What if I told you that becoming a millionaire has less to do with how much you earn and far more to do with what you repeatedly do every single day? Because after studying hundreds of self-made millionaires, one pattern keeps showing up. And surprisingly, the most powerful habit isn't investing, working harder, or even starting a business. It's something most people completely overlook. Stay until the end because habit number one quietly influences every other habit on this list. And without it, the rest become much harder to maintain. Welcome to Raw Reality POV, where we uncover the psychology, strategies, and habits behind wealth, business, and financial success. Let's get started. Habit 10. Every person gets the same 24 hours, but millionaires treat time differently. The average person asks, how can I save money? Self-made millionaires ask, how can I save time? Why? Because money can always be earned again. Time can't. This is why successful entrepreneurs delegate low-value tasks, automate repetitive work, and focus on activities that generate the biggest results. They know that every hour spent on something unimportant is an hour stolen from something that could change their future. But protecting time alone doesn't build wealth. It simply creates space for something even more valuable. Habit 9. Most people consume entertainment. Millionaires consume information. According to multiple studies of wealthy individuals, reading is one of the most common daily habits among self-made millionaires. Books allow you to learn decades of experience in just a few hours. Think about that. Someone spends 20 years mastering a skill, and you can access those lessons for the price of one book. That's one of the highest returns on investment you'll ever find. But here's the important part. They don't read to collect knowledge. They read to improve decisions. Because one better decision can change your financial future. Which brings us to the next habit. Habit 8. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a week and underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. Millionaires rarely chase quick wins. Instead, they focus on consistent progress. They understand that wealth grows the same way a tree grows, slowly, quietly, almost invisibly, until one day everyone notices. This is why they invest patiently, build businesses patiently, develop skills patiently. They know that consistency beats intensity almost every time, and that patience becomes even more powerful when combined with the next habit. Habit 7. Most people spend first and invest whatever is left. Millionaires reverse the equation. They invest first, then spend what's left. This simple shift changes everything. Imagine two people earning the exact same income. One upgrades their lifestyle every time they get a raise. The other increases their investments before increasing their spending. 10 years later, their financial lives look completely different. Not because one earned more, because one built assets while the other built expenses. This habit is one of the biggest differences between looking wealthy and becoming wealthy. But wealth isn't created by investments alone. It's also built through relationships. Habit 6. Self-made millionaires understand something many people ignore. Opportunities often come through people, not search engines, not luck. People. That's why they intentionally surround themselves with ambitious individuals, mentors, business owners, investors, experts. Not because they want shortcuts, but because conversations with the right people can save years of mistakes. Your network influences your standards. Your standards influence your actions, and your actions shape your future, which leads to a habit that almost every billionaire talks about. Habit 5. Technology changes, markets change, industries change. Successful people change with them. Millionaires don't believe education ends after school. They constantly upgrade their knowledge. Courses, books, podcasts, conferences, real world experience. Because staying the same in a changing world is actually moving backward. The highest paying skill today may become average tomorrow. Continuous learning keeps them valuable, and value creates income. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Execution is where everything changes. Habit 4. Here's one of the biggest myths about wealthy people. Many think millionaires love taking huge risks. Actually, most self-made millionaires hate unnecessary risk. What they love is calculated risk. Before making big decisions, they gather information, study the downside, prepare backup plans, then they act. Average people often wait until they're completely confident. Millionaires know that perfect certainty never arrives, so they move when the odds are in their favor, not because success is guaranteed, but because inaction guarantees nothing changes. Still, even smart risks don't always work, which is why the next habit matters so much. Habit 3. Every successful entrepreneur has failed, often multiple times. The difference is how they interpret failure. Most people see failure as proof they should stop. Millionaires see failure as feedback. Every mistake teaches something. Every setback reveals weaknesses. Every obstacle improves future decisions. Think about companies like Amazon, Apple, or Tesla. Their journeys weren't smooth. They were filled with setbacks. But every setback became part of the process. Failure isn't the opposite of success. For many successful people, it's one of the ingredients. And this mindset becomes incredibly powerful when combined with the next habit. Habit 2, money follows value. That's one of the oldest principles in business. The people who solve the biggest problems often receive the biggest rewards. Self-made millionaires don't wake up asking, "How can I make more money?" They ask, "How can I create something people genuinely need?" Whether it's a product, a service, a business, or a skill. The more value they create, the more opportunities come back to them. This is why businesses that improve people's lives often grow faster than businesses chasing money alone. But all these habits depend on one final principle, and without it, none of the others last. Habit 1. This habit quietly powers every other habit you've heard today. Delayed gratification. The ability to sacrifice today's comfort for tomorrow's freedom. Most people want immediate rewards. The newest phone, the luxury car, the expensive lifestyle. Millionaires often delay those purchases. Instead, they invest, build businesses, develop skills, create assets. Not because they dislike nice things, but because they understand timing. They know that buying freedom first allows them to enjoy luxury later without financial stress. It's the difference between borrowing a lifestyle and earning one. This single habit influences investing, saving, learning, business, health, relationships, and ultimately, wealth itself. Because financial freedom isn't built through one big decision. It's built through thousands of small decisions repeated consistently over many years. After looking at these 10 habits, one thing becomes clear. Self-made millionaires aren't successful because they possess some secret advantage. They're successful because they consistently make decisions that compound over time. They protect their time. They keep learning. They invest before spending. They build valuable relationships. They create value. They embrace calculated risks. And most importantly, they choose long-term freedom over short-term satisfaction. None of these habits will make you wealthy overnight, but practiced consistently, they can completely change the direction of your financial life. Because wealth isn't usually built in a single moment. It's built in the habits nobody notices, until the results become impossible to ignore. Which of these 10 habits do you think has the biggest impact on building wealth? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Raw Reality POV, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into wealth psychology, billionaire habits, investing, and financial success. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.